Supporting literacy in the disciplines is very important in all educational contexts. It's important for all the different stakeholders. So it's important for the teachers of English, many of whom know general English and are very good at teaching even general English for academic purposes, but not so many of them have that specific knowledge that's needed to teach literacy in engineering or science or humanities. It's also really important for the students. They come in to university knowing perhaps about one or two areas of study that they'll pursue, but then at university they're challenged and they go into other disciplines. So they need to find out about studying and other specific differences. And some subjects that people do at university they've never studied at school, so they're quite new. And then finally, it's actually also very interesting for the subject lecturers because they're the ones that have the knowledge, but it's often tacit knowledge. And so they're not really able to articulate it in ways that are helpful. You can't just say, be more critical, it's not good enough, I don't understand this. That's not explicit help. So to really develop literacy in the disciplines, if we as English teachers can provide help drawing on the subject teacher's expertise, then we can really make progress and help students. So it's a three-way process. The Literacy in the Disciplines project has many strengths compared with other projects. One of the things I really like about it is that it's a collaboration between 3 universities in Hong Kong. So they're similar but different, and you get a balance of opinions in that way. Another thing I really like about the Hong Kong context is that you've got a lovely mixture of international academics and Hong Kong home students and international students. So although it's a Hong Kong context, which is of course very specific, it's also very relevant because you have people who've been trained overseas, people who will go overseas. So it has much more international relevance than some of the other university contexts. And one of the fascinating things that I found in the project is finding the way that students write in their courses here and finding similarities with the way they write in the UK and Australia and in Singapore and in other contexts, and just how similar literacies are in specific disciplines across international contexts. So for Hong Kong, you get the awareness coming from 3 universities, you get the awareness coming with different international scholars participating in the culture, and then you see the similarities. So there's a lot of checks and balances in the project, which works really well, I think. Over the past 2 years, this project, the LID project, has done really well in mapping out a framework of disciplines and genres within disciplines and genres across levels within disciplines, and targeting a good range of specific genres and developing materials in those different areas. So for instance, we've got social work case studies. Now those are very similar in many ways to health workers case study, to nursing case studies, and so the possibility to roll those out across more disciplines is there and to adapt according to the different fields. Similarly, you've got projects in mathematics, which is quite a difficult area because people think they don't write in mathematics, but they do, and you've uncovered some very special genres there, which again, it can be extended through all the sciences and compared and new genres added. And in engineering, again, engineers write in so many different genres, and you've mapped that out and then targeted the key ones across the different levels of study. So you've got a really clear framework, beautiful website, all set out. The third main area that we're looking at is engineering, and again, that they've really managed to map the key genres across levels, across different branches of engineering, and to define what those are. Engineers have a demanding task in the range of genres that they have to write in. So I think the project has done very well to map out a framework and to identify spaces where new genres will be described and new materials developed to fill in all of the gaps for many years to come.